the last several weeks, we've had incredible results. Okay. Tons of people posting great movements, either the first sales ever or their first 30K. You know, Dan, you're back. Congratulations, Dan. Dan's doing 30K a month on his first product, right? Again, here in Beyond Six Figures, he was in the e-commerce program initially, did really, really well, built the brand, joined the BSF service program, did really, really, really well. I helped him build a brand there as well. And now he's back doing e-commerce again, because when you have systems, you could do this over and over again. And he's back. His first product tested is already at over $30,000 this month. So shout out to yourself, Dan, and welcome back. First and foremost, good to see everyone today. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. It's definitely a little bit rainy out here today. I got caught up in the rain. I woke up super early this morning and took the golf cart over to this lake by my house super early. And I got totally rained on, but it was good. It was a nice little morning wake up, because I can't do coffee. You guys know I'm already crazy enough. Me on coffee or an energy drink. You don't want that. Okay. So we'll do fishing in the morning instead. I want everyone to hear me out for a second here. We know our, real threshold for CPC is like 60 cents to like 80 cents to $1. That's where we want to hang out. Okay. Especially during the testing phase. Okay. But sometimes you'll notice, okay, we got a sale. Okay. You'll have $2 CPC, right? But then you'll also achieve a sale. Okay. And in that respect, what you want to realize here is, okay, I might have paid a little bit extra for that click, but it looks like it was a higher quality click, right? And during the testing phase, I'm going to go ahead and say, we're not just going to kill the audience just because it's a $2 CPC. We're going to keep the audience, particularly because it has nearly a profitable ROAS. Okay. Yeah. With that being said, though, keep this in mind, Deontay. Okay. In the first few days, 2, 3, even 4 or 5 days of launching audiences, you're still going to have very, very, I would say, not average metrics, which means that 1 day or 2 days extra could totally skew that $2 CPC to become 80 cent CPC overnight, because there's not much spend on it, right? There's not much, depth into it. So what I would like us to do here, any audiences, okay, and this is number one, Deontay. So write this down. This is going to be point number one. Any audiences with like $1.50 and above CPC, okay, that do not also have a calculated ROAS, meaning that they don't have a sale yet, okay, and they also didn't pass 3-day rule, will be turned off, okay? Those particular audiences will be turned off, according to CPC. We will not turn it off if, for example, we say, okay, CPC is $2, but ROAS is like 1.8 here. We received a sale already this early in the process. We're going to let that sit and stay on. Now, CTR. Okay. As we know with CTR, okay, this is basically how well your video ad's performing, okay, and in kind of conjunction with your ad cap. Now, here, Deontay, we have minimum guys 1.33 CTR up to a maximum of 3.25 CTR, which is amazing. Okay, where we want to be at BSF for a good and proper CTR is 1.8%. Okay, 1.8% is a good CPC. Okay, and what I want to realize here is that, hey, we're 1.3 ain't half bad for not having little spend and little data. So we don't got any problems with CTR right now, my brother. Okay, CTR is looking great. In fact, you've got, it looks like a lot of your audience is above 1.8 CTR as well, Deontay, which means your ad is a great ad, right? So good job on your ad. Okay.
Yeah, I can't take credit for that one. That was Beyond Creatives right there.
There you go. And I didn't even plan that. Okay. Now, here's this. Now, let's talk ROAS. Okay, because obviously this is the most important thing to look at. With that being said, return on ad spend. Okay, obviously we know what ROAS means. This is the most important metric out of everything. Okay, so with that being said, okay, now that we have these audiences, we received, several sales, across the board here, Deontay, in the first few days with literally zero data. What I would like for you to do is the following, and I assume we've already done this. The audience that is 2.82, we're obviously going to be duplicating out 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been duped 3 times actually, because
for yourself, right? Now, what is your break-even ROAS, Deontay? If you don't have that number, what I'm going to go ahead and do, okay, is I'll have, you just go in the Platinum Club and type in break-even ROAS, and you'll see the formula there. And I just want you to calculate your own break-even ROAS for after our session today. What I want you to do is write this down, okay? Calculate BER. Break-even ROAS. What you're going to do here is the following. Anything that is break-even or above, you're going to duplicate, okay, 3 to 5 times. You're going to do 3. Anything that is below break-even ROAS, you're going to keep on, okay, not duplicate, but not turn off, okay? What you're going to be looking for here is for the audiences that are below break even, you're going to give them an extra, 2 to 3 days of slow cooking in attempt to get above your BER, your break even ROAS. The audiences that are at break even, you'll let them sit and you'll do the same. You'll see how the ROAS performs. The audiences that are profitable that we have, you'll duplicate 3 to 5 times, and obviously monitor that audience particular ROAS and the duplicates as well. Okay, so the only things that will be duplicating are the profitable audiences that you're currently running, Deontay. The break-even audiences, you'll be slow cooking, and the audiences below break-even, you'll also be slow cooking. Is that understood?
Okay, yeah. So anything that's above the break-even, dupe 3, no matter what. Anything that's below, just keep on and slow cooking.
Correct, and I could guarantee you that our 2.82 ROAS audience, that's obviously above, that one's profitable for sure. So that one will definitely be getting duplicated. Okay. You might be duplicating the other 2 as well, depending on what your BER is after you calculate that after our session here today.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes. Yes. And obviously I'll go back and rewatch this again, but yes.
Yes. Now here's what I want you to do as well. Audiences that have not received a sale, you're going to be killing off, right? Anything that did not pass the 3-day rule, you're going to be killing off. Because what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking back that spend, that daily spend, and then putting it and sprinkling it on top of the audiences that have actually performed. Now, Deontay, one thing I want to mention to you is that you've received a great amount of sales in the first few days of running the audiences. And you've also received some audiences that have definitely outlandishly higher than break-even ROAS, which is genuinely a great sign, right? So I want you to be aware of that and to just monitor this closely over the next 2 days with these maneuvers that we just spoke about.
You know how we have the customer service 24/7? Well, being a mom, how do I do that 24/7? I mean, I am up 24/7, but
Well, keep in mind, when you're answering 24/7, your inbox is open 24/7, right? Which means you could go ahead and respond when you respond, but you obviously want to be mindful that if someone sends you an email like 2 hours ago, you really don't want to go past like 2 hours for an email response, right? 3 hours, keep that. It's not going to be too demanding at first, but as you build up more consistency and you obviously have tons of inquiries coming in, whether people are want to change the size of a piece of clothing, or they're having an issue, or they just want to email you for whatever reason, you'll have a VA particularly in there as well. But at first, you're wearing all the hats here, Megan. So you want to be able to respond and obviously do it in accordance. And I would say, just ensure you don't have longer than really a 2 to 3 hour response time during normal working hours, and you'll be good to go, right? Because you'll be able to wake up and check your email and then obviously respond in the morning. But 24-hour support, means 24-hour support means your inbox is always open, and they should be expecting a speedy response.
Okay, perfect. I think this week I just feel a very like I said, this week started off really good, and then I kind of got a few bumps and I felt a little frustrated. So this week I'm really trying to, I guess my goal would be to find my name and finish doing the university setup. Not sure.
And keep in mind, we want to, and for everyone who's new right now, listen to this. One of the most important things to realize, and this has been the same since it was 2016 e-commerce, and fast forward to 2023 e-commerce. A lot of these principles are the same and still hold true, right?
Yeah.
Move step by step. Don't move sporadic, right? Don't move from here to there to there to there to over. Move step by step. So as we see, one of the biggest things to really look at the Platinum Manual. It's very laid out. It gives you step by step. What's first, what's second, what's third, what's fourth, what's fifth. That's exactly what you'll follow in terms of order of operations. But to be clear, right? First, we're building our list of 20 products, right? We're building our list. Then we're building our landing pages, right? We're taking it step by step. We're not going to go ahead and find 5 products and then make 3 videos and then do 2 pieces of copy. Then we're kind of overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed just by talking and thinking about me doing it like that, right? Finish everything in channels, all your products, all your landing pages, all your videos, right? Because you get in the zone of doing it and building momentum, right? That's how you'll start to get things done quick, right? After your 13th landing page, you're probably pretty good at landing pages, right? You can just bang them out rather than going one landing page, then targeting sheet, then video, take it channel by channel, category by category. Use the Platinum Manual that we have in the enrollment onboarding chat. We put that together to be very strategic, right? The whole team basically gathered around okay, we need to come up with a proper, movement, right? Because we understood, and I think this is maybe maybe about a year ago, we understood people need to see the long progression. Even if they're brand new, they need to see where they're at 30, 40 steps down the road, even if they didn't take the first step, right? That's going to lessen overwhelm. right? So go through that manual. It's specifically structured to help you kind of navigate yourself and to kind of be consistent in your workflow. Does that make sense, Megan?
Yeah.
So I got a couple questions. On the current product that I'm on, I got a chargeback on one of the orders. And so I contacted the customer, and then the lady, told me that she received the product and everything. And it was basically a mistake. I guess her husband asked her, did you order anything from Hawaii? And she was like, no. And then they like opened a chargeback or something.
Right.
So
Here's what has to be done. So
what?
first and foremost, right? This is something that you'll deal with. As you know, people who are shopping online, sometimes they're kind of sporadic. They click things. They don't know what happened, right? So this person bought a product from you. Awesome. Right. And then their husband sounds like he didn't recognize the transaction.
Yeah.
They called the bank and said, this, I don't recognize this. So what you want to go ahead and do, this is the protocol. Okay. You're going to go ahead and instruct her, hey, got it. Would you mind calling your bank and letting them know that you actually received the product and then sending us an email, a receipt that chargeback was canceled and taken care of, right? They'll always give a notice of cancellation to you or to the actual person, and they can email it to you. And then, secondly, if we don't get that within like a week, we'll go ahead and just submit evidence as to why it is rightfully a proper sale, right? And then you'll be able to go ahead and recover that.
Okay, so I need to ask her for the notice of cancellation because she did call. And
Yeah,
she said
just
that-
get something in proof in writing, and then what you'll be able to do is you could submit that as kind of evidence. Hey, the person's noticed it was an issue. Here's proof of that, and then they'll cancel it, and then you get the payout.
Okay, but I do need her to get official from her bank a notice of
From
cancellation.
her bank, yes.
Yes,
That's one thing that we do need. Okay, but also keep in mind, if she actually did call and it actually was canceled, it will automatically dissolve. But a way to go ahead and get it to dissolve quicker is by submitting as a response to the chargeback, the cancellation note with some context on what happened.